We'll go to popular sports.
Parkour.
Wow, see, I wouldn't keep that in the episode. I wouldn't have expected that.
That's true.
I thought it'd be like tennis or... Actually, parkour makes a lot of sense, though.
I don't know. I feel like with all the water, you'd slip.
That's true. I mean, they probably have to have, like, good resistant shoes and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is also, like, the big corporation. They have to have their stuff together.
That's true.
So probably, like, special, like, non-slippy rooftops and
Yeah, I'm sure they're just used to the rain. Plus, rain doesn't really make you slip too much unless it's metal, you know?
Yeah, metal will be bad.
Like, if it's just, like, cement or something, it makes literally no difference, but... Anyway, is that the intro to this video? Welcome,
You're cool
everybody.
With it. I'm cool with it.
Welcome. We're back investigating here in Raincode. I think we have one more crime scene to go to. We were talking about a lot of weird theories with this room the last time.
It's coming back to me now.
Though TBH, there is still just like the easy, simple, basic solution of there still could be like a hidden door behind one of these bookcases or paintings, because some of the books were moved. This painting was moved. And it's not like we checked, so...
Yeah, I mean, we know that it's a thing where you'll come back and investigate somewhere.
Probably, especially in like this corner, because nothing was relevant over here.
But there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so we'll end the investigation.
Those spider webs at the top still have me wondering stuff. I know it's just because it's old, but still.
Maybe. I don't know, there's no real like pattern to them though, it's just very typical corner
now
cobwebs.
Gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
But tell me.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out.
I'm docking your pay. It went down to 4 million just now.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I respect it. Halara's always on the grind, you know?
I guess.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Hellara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Well, I guess you better figure it out yourself.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Really swift.
Wow.
I wish her voice just got quieter. Next up is our last crime.
I know, yeah.
Wait!
What is that chair there? On the ground.
Yeah, what is that chair there?
Was that here originally?
That feels relevant.
It kind of does. What about like these other rooms? So if there was like a secret room behind one of those paintings or something, or
Well,
like
look at where
one of those
is that a
bookcases,
door or a window? See, if that's where a window's at.
maybe they could leave the whole building? I don't know. Secret exit? What is going on in there? Ghosts.
Oh, is it haunted?
I guess.
I mean, we know supernatural stuff's here, so it's not that big of a stretch.
Yeah, this whole game feels supernatural. Oh my god, there's so much stuff around. It's all expensive looking. A sofa in a lobby. Who is it intended for?
Well,
It's probably just a status symbol, right?
Could be. Oh, thank you.
Oh.
All
The
right.
next one is the art gallery in Ginma district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Doesn't that still have, like, customers or, like, visitors there? That one's going to be a little hard to investigate, isn't it?
We could come up with something. We're smart peeps.
I guess.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Still think it's very possible the guy actually did it.
What guy?
The chief. Or no, not the chief. I thought he was talking about...
I was going to say, where in the world did you get that?
I thought he was talking about the carpenter guy. Or the clock tower guy, or whatever he does.
Oh, the watchmaker guy.
I just thought he was calling him the chief for some reason.
I guess it's... Yeah, we haven't really seen anything to rule him out besides the sneakers thing.
Look up at the walls, though. Is there anything that, like, juts out weirdly, you know? I don't remember
That
where...
pipe. The room we were talking about was way in the back there.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, because the front entrance is right here, and then we walk through the hallway, which is right there. And then the room we were in is in the back of the building back there.
So, yeah, we don't really know if there is an extra
Yeah,
space or...
But it probably doesn't let you over there because maybe it gives away something.
Not true.
But I just wonder, I can still see there being some contraption they set up with like the wires and the rope and all that. Or it could just be like a simple solution of there's just a hidden door in there. You know, maybe we don't have to overthink it.
Yeah.
These weeds are getting out of control. Doesn't look like anybody's been taking care of this place.
Well,
Nobody left to take care of that stuff since the incident.
Alright, over to the art district. We just wasted the last hour, and now everyone's gonna die.
You talked in the car ride when we were going to get food about theories.
Oh, shoot, I wrote them down. So that already was one of them, was just that maybe... Because we spent a long time talking about possible contraptions they could have set up in that room, you know? Mm-hmm. One of the theories was just that I think we overthought that a little bit, but there could still... We didn't really check to see if there was a hidden door or not. And with books being moved, paintings being moved, like, I think it's reasonable, you know?
It's plausible, yeah.
What else do I got written down here? Oh, right. This one was interesting. So I was editing one video, and Halara has, like, psychometry, right? And she can see, like, the past. They can see, like, the past and stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, they basically said that, like, growing up and, like, sometimes they would touch things or people and, like, see the past, you know? And they said... Sometimes, like, you know, when they touch people, they get visions that flash before their eyes. And when they grab Yuma's hand, their eyes, like, kind of like, whoa.
Oh, okay,
Like-
okay.
Like, at the time, I was thinking, like, wow, they really don't like physical touch, you know? But maybe they saw something. Maybe they saw something with...
I think you're going the wrong way.
Oh, am I?
I don't know. Well, we just went to the clock tower.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oops, guys. I'm not going to cut any of this out as a punishment for you for my mistake.
Great idea.
Yeah. Just watch the engagement go like, "Pew!" right at this moment of the video.
I like that theory, though, that they saw something that, you know, maybe it'll come up later. It's like,
Could be relevant.
probably charge us for it. It's like, hey, I saw a vision, but it's going to cost you $10.99.
To know what I found out.
You'll have to pay for my Burger King if you want your pass.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it could have been something with Shinigami, too.
That's what I was wondering, if maybe they could have seen, like... It's the past, and we haven't had Shinigami that long, right? I just need to
Did
follow the question.
Halara specify it was only past stuff? I thought they said they went a little further in that. But they just honed it to work as this past forte thing.
Elaborate, what do you mean?
So, okay, I thought the psychometry or whatever it's called is like its own thing. It like lets you see things that you wouldn't typically be able to be seen, but it's not excluded to the
This
past.
is the art gallery.
I don't know.
But they honed it to work for the past.
They said something about training for like 3
Closed in
days.
Special circumstances.
Yeah. Which is like, okay.
The murder
Yeah.
occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been
a long
cleaned up
pause.
like the others.
Big thinker.
Not that it matters to me.
Crack-a-thinka?
Cracker thinker? What?
Yeah.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery.
Can you at least go around the back? There are people around.
Did you say something?
that's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms.
Okay.
Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
I will say it's weird
Wait, please.
how much information they gathered just from like the 5 minutes they had before, like in between the clock tower incident and the cafe thing.
But they're also a pro.
They are a pro, but I guarantee you they're going to take us to the exact room.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? You just asked a random pedestrian on the street that? Isn't that kind of like specific?
My
Because they've taken us
assumption-
to the exact room every single time. And it's like, how did you know that much?
I mean, I don't think it's that hard to figure out. All you'd have to do is like find where they keep the files and stuff. And obviously Halara can fight well and probably sneak around well.
You think they just beat up peacekeepers for information?
I think they could have just gone to the office and tricked, bribed, or somehow got access to files about the nail man. And then from there, you just have to read through them.
I guess so. It's just a little insane how much information they got in literally what was probably 10 minutes. You know?
I mean, they're experts, though, so I don't know if I would agree with that statement.
I guess.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took
Also, it
place?
wasn't just 5 minutes. If you think of, okay, the Nailman thing with when they fought all the peacekeepers out in the courtyard, that was, once they left, they had time to look around. We probably spent like 1 or 2 hours.
In the clock tower?
Yeah, I would think.
What? You're nuts. You're out of your mind if you think we spent 1 to 2 hours
How
in
long
that
do you
clock
think we
tower.
spent there?
Like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, those guys would have woken up. They heard. There's no way the peacekeepers here like, dude, a bunch of our guys just got beaten up, and then they take 2 hours to get to the crime scene. You know?
I don't know. That's kind of typical cop response times. It's taken forever, so for a corrupt police force? I mean, but even an hour, I could see Halara getting all this done.
I almost wonder if it could be like maybe a traitor thing or something.
Maybe.
Just worth, like Halara says, Halara would agree with me here. Don't trust anybody. It's suspicious they know this much.
I never said I trust them.
I do wonder what's up with that cat photo they had, though.
They like cats.
I guess.
We're going in.
Yeah, see, you're like, there's no way they could do it that fast. That's how they enter rooms. They don't really take like their time doing stuff.
Yeah, but
It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem as unreasonable to me.
they know like everything about 4 different crime scenes and the past of all the victims and the people we talked to in like the church. It's like it's a lot, you know.
We'll see.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
Don't like group us up with her. Them.
I'll never get that right.
I've gotten it right a lot of times this episode.
Yeah,
A 90% is a passing grade.
it's like 60.
Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshipper. And he did say he was following the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises to keep out
Big
days.
thinker, trying to figure out how to word it.
When they opened the storage room, they discovered the body of the victim inside it. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Just like all the others.
Another locked room mystery. That's more total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died.
What makes you think she cares?
Let's start
Can
investigating.
we not stand on the blood puddle at least?
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, the rain will wash it off your shoes.
So immediate thoughts looking at this room. A secret exit could be located. Oh.
That's a real tiny vent, though.
That for you?
The other one was real tiny too. And that's just a window.
Yeah, but last time it was called normal vent, and this is small window.
That's true. That is really, really small.
Yeah.
The other one was kind of hard to buy, but that one's like...
Place is suspicious.
There's these great things on the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something. Otherwise... I wonder if maybe they could have been hung from these things on the ceiling. That's a thought.
I still think, like, this could be that kid and father working together. Because could that big bulky man get through some of this? No. Could
the
the little
kid?
kid just let the bulky man do his thing? Bulky man walks out typically, kid cleans up and makes it mysterious? Yeah.
Yeah?
That kind of tracks with me.
And I mean... It's like that one guy said in the church that, like, no one would blame him, you know?
I mean, yeah.
And I mean, the kid could easily just, you know, be doing whatever his father says.
But is there a drawn thing on the floor? Oh, okay, there is. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Looks like a chick this time.
Yeah, it does. Let's take a look. Okay, so just looking at it normally.
Oh,
Seems like this is where the body was at the time of the incident. He always says, like, this is a murder. We got to be taking this seriously. And then he has, like, the most excited look on his face when he's looking at the dead body spot.
Yuma likes dead bodies. I don't blame him.
I guess so. There's no trace of it anymore, though.
Beats me.
Looks like the area's been cleaned up, probably by the peacekeepers or the art gallery staff.
Imagine just, like, working at a little art gallery and then you gotta, like, sweep up a murder scene.
I'm sure, like, I'm sure janitors probably are cleaning up, like, murders more often than you'd think. Like, I'm sure, like, CSI teams.
I know there's like a special type of cleaner for that kind of stuff. Because they're offered, like, really good, like, therapy, usually as, like, a job bonus.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it probably depends on the severity of it. Like, if it's just a little blood puddle, then it's like, whatever, you know? But if it's, like, an actual dismantled corpse on the ground...
No, I don't mean stuff like that, but I mean, like, I could, like, see someone, like, cleaning up blood and whatnot,
Yeah.
just typically.
I'd just say it probably depends on the severity of it. I don't think investigating here will turn up any useful information.
Well, why would it? It's just the body.
Yeah, just the most important part, basically. Where was the key found? Is it under the body again?
I'm sure we'll see.
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery.
Okay.
Not a lot of
The smell
dolls.
paint oil that permeated
That's
the
true.
room wasn't that of the past.
Even in the past, there wasn't, like, any dolls.
If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
Look
Okay.
at-
Anything weird about her blood?
Kind of the way it goes down toward her legs.
I think that just makes sense with gravity.
I think you'd see it down the other sides too.
It does.
I don't know.
But we'll take a closer look.
Touch it.
Oh, we can't really see her neck. We need to take a look at that.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Isoma.
Yeah, she has a thing on her neck.
She used her good looks to have relations with many men.
But does she have blood on her fingernails?
The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And
You know what I wonder?
Huh.
He says the, like, colors are faded in post-cognition. If it's the same guy finding all these crime scenes, I just wonder if that guy's, like, colorblind a little bit.
Oh,
And it could be, like, a
maybe.
clue, like, well, this doesn't make sense, it's not the same color. But it actually is, the dude's just colorblind, you know?
Right.
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks
Oh.
pretty deep.
That's different.
Must have been bonked out before being strangled.
Yeah.
This may be the real cause of death.
Oh, okay, that's a good theory. So the MO, like the calling card, so to speak, is both the nails and being strangled.
Uh-huh.
So if the person was whacked on the back of their head, why would you still need to strangle them if they're dead? I mean, of course, it could have been used to knock them out, but like Yuma said, this looks pretty fatal.
Right.
So I wonder why. I wonder if using their neck as a sort of like pulley, lever, whatever, is imperative to escaping these locked room mysteries. If for some reason the weight of these people needs to always be used so they can get out.
Okay.
That's kind of
Like something to pull the door shut.
any it could be anything.
yeah.
You know, to make the window shut, to shut the door, to whatever, you know.
Okay. Is there anything else up with her? I want to look at these grates on the floor.
Nothing they're pointing out.
Okay,
So I think no.
saw everything there. The straightened painting. Oh, there's a couple things.
That's me when Gage says what the Sigma.
What the Sigma?
She does that all the time.
I've done that like 5 times.
I just sit there like, oh my god, make it stop!
A painting of a man screaming with his hands clutching his face. There's something unnerving about this painting. I almost feel as if it's going to swallow me whole.
Like
That's-
Vor.
No, not like Vor.
Paintings don't have that kind of power. More importantly, did you find anything?
That feels like foreshadowing. Like we're gonna find someone with a painting forte that like sucks us in or something.
Yeah, like I feel like saying like, no, that's not how it works here is just kind of stupid in general.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what people are capable of.
No, nothing suspicious. It doesn't look like it's related to the case.
All right.
Maybe in the past it is, though. The canvas placed here is completely blank. I wonder why it's blank. And why is it so messily placed with these wooden frames?
Well,
Doesn't look like an exhibition piece. Maybe it was used for some other event.
Or as a prop to make their escape work.
True.
I see. Nothing seems out of place. I don't think this will help with the case. I just don't know whether to like buy it when they say that. I'm just gonna go with the safe answer of no, but a lot of times they're kind of
see,
right.
look, Screaming Man up there.
Why is he up there?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
weird.
it's also with like an art gallery, I don't think it's unreasonable to assume this stuff's just gonna get shuffled around a lot.
You know what? The reason they probably didn't nail any dolls, or part of the reason, there could be more to this, but it's cement walls and floors. Like how they always nail the dolls to the surface they're in. There's like nowhere to nail it in. It's metal shelves. The only thing you could nail it to is like the paintings themselves.
You can't really nail stuff in concrete.
Yeah.
Though it is interesting, the painting is nailed by the neck to the shelf.
That is interesting.
It's just, I feel like that placement is intentional.
Yeah, I guess he could nail to the shelves.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think he did it through one of the holes here, like you see on this leg.
Well, I mean, either or. I don't care about that so much. I mean, why the neck?
Yeah.
Seems like a common theme here. Especially now that we know it was probably blunt force trauma that killed him. Killed her.
A neck fetish.
Well, maybe.
Maybe perhaps.
Yeah.
A blank canvas and wooden frame have been placed on a trolley. Nothing seems to have changed between then and now. At least, that's how it looks to me.
It appears unchanged to me as well, meaning there's probably no evidence to be found here.
I think you rely on your power too much, but okay.
No, I'll take their word for it.
Yeah.
Though I do think that tipped over chair we saw outside the door in the last one, that very much gives me the pillow vibes as last time, you know?
Yeah, like maybe they use that to peek through the vent up there, you know?
Right.
That's it
Does
for
the
here.
painting with man have a hole through the neck?
Doesn't look like it.
I wonder if it's the same painting then.
Very good catch.
Also, look at the one in the back on that trolley. That's what you look like.
She's hot, bro.
Is she?
I don't know. Pretty normal looking. Sculpture. What's under here?
Oh!
A sculpture with a sheet placed over it to keep dust off.
It appears.
Doesn't look like it's been moved for a long time.
Let's look at it. Yeah, you can tell from the dust that's gathered on the sheet, too.
In other words, it's completely irrelevant. Is it, though?
Why not look anyway? Oh my god! Totes! Oh, my biggest fear.
Poor short man.
There are baskets on top of the shelf. I'm not tall enough to see inside them, though. Is that why you said?
Hello.
I'll take a look for you. This is...
Scary paintings? What is it?
We accomplished nothing!
So you found nothing. Well,
Use post-cognition.
I will. I just like looking at it before.
I hate
Cause then here's another one. She got pierced in the boobie, though.
But she already has something around her neck.
Yeah?
So...
Yeah. Definitely something to do with necks.
Yeah.
Look at this again. It's a sculpture with a sheet over it. The position was the same before and after.
see.
The
Yes,
overall
it
shape
was.
is-
Good job.
yep,
It's not
okay.
related. If you say so. All right.
Yep.
There's a nail stuck in a painting.
The fact that they have so many different pieces of evidence in all these crime scenes that are, this isn't related, this isn't related.
Yeah, it's almost...
One of them. Probably some of them aren't related, you know. Most
Right.
of them probably aren't related. But there's going to be one that is. And it's going to be like, I knew it.
It's kind of annoying, honestly. It's like, why even bring it up then, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess that's...
just to trick you. Maybe it'd be really obvious if the two of them were like, I think this is related. And then you think about it and you're like, okay, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I get the whole case now.
Yeah, true.
The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal. But this one's just sick and twisted.
You know, it is interesting. So, if the dolls are meant to represent the people, you know, like that are getting killed because they nailed the doll in the forest, I wonder if this lady didn't have a doll nailed in the forest. Maybe it was a painting that was nailed in the forest.
Okay. Maybe.
Or I feel like the guy would have brought that up, though, because he looked at all the nails in the forest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe...
Even if that was the case...
So, okay, here's
the
a question.
dolls are easy to get their hands on. We know that because they used to be like abundant here or something.
Right.
And people are trying to like get rid of them.
A question I have So, in all the other places, the only objects that could represent humans were the dolls.
Okay.
Except for here, where you have literal paintings.
Yeah.
Could we be working with a Forte-like situation where you need a human representation there? And since this place already has it through the form of these paintings, which the only paintings we've seen nailed have humans on them, I wonder if maybe that's like it needs to have that there as part of the power.
More what the line of logic it makes me go down. I'm trying not to think too much about like, it was a Forte, it could have been possible if they had a Forte, because I mean, we've just seen nothing to really show that yet, you know? I think a lot of everything we've seen can just be explained through a normal person. What it more makes me think is maybe this one was done by a different person.
This painting?
This crime, this one right here.
Crime. Okay, I see,
because it doesn't match the same...
MO.
Yeah.
But it still had the nails on the neck. Or not the nails, the rope on the neck.
Yeah, but it was a different cause of death.
So maybe it's like a bad match or something.
Yeah, so maybe they're like, I'm gonna be the nail man, it's gonna be so cool. Oh god, I suck at this. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
Okay.
So I wonder if it could just be someone else, or something caused them to like really fail and screw up this time.
Right.
Alright. Perhaps in place of a doll. Okay. And what about up here? Is there anything up there?
Oh!
There are baskets on top of the shelf. I already know, but there's nothing but
but
dust. Basically, it's unrelated. They could have put the body in there. Oh my god, I'm a genius.
Very well could have.
Okay.
There was a painting down behind you, left. Like, between the statue and those boxes, too, when we look at post-cognition.
Oh, post-cognition. I was like, whoa, where?
Right, you can't see it now.
Yeah, and then this lady over here... Unless they just, like, patched up the paintings like the staff did.
Yeah, it's weird these don't have nail holes in them.
Yeah, but I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, the actual, like, killer. Maybe it does, but...
Yo, check.
This is a cool painting, kind of.
It's weird, but I like it.
Nothing here, just boxes. The cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, the boxes were brought in after the incident.
Alright.
Appears.
Looks like there's artwork inside. They must be storing the items no longer on exhibit.
Okay. I don't think these are related to the investigation. But
Right.
in the past...
What is related to the investigation?
Nothing. Oh, old-looking portrait. But I'm gonna look at the boxes again. I like boxes. Oh, and that one has nails in it too, the one down there.
Yeah, and it's also a person.
Yeah?
Sorry, I don't know why I read that.
Cardboard boxes are stacked up. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing to do with the case. Yep.
So,
Oh, look at that one down there. Does that have a nail? That has one nail in it, in the neck. That one has one kind of in the neck. It's hard to see. That one has one kind of in the neck.
do you think these could represent other people killed by the nail man?
This is...
Like way long ago?
Just, like, what's this
This
thing
is a
recent?
very old-looking painting. What if the nailman's been around for like hundreds of years?
I more mean, like, okay, this guy kind of looks like a rich, secluded type, like the guy in the mansion was.
Okay.
So that just made me think if they're related. And the other one was like a chick.
All right.
So, and I think that makes 4 paintings we've seen that have these nails and are hung up.
So he hates rich people and women.
Well, I'd just probably say rich people. But yeah.
It's a portrait painting with nails driven into it. This picture really conveys its time period. Maybe the person depicted is an important figure from years ago.
What?
Huh? There's nothing dignified about this guy. He just looks like a regular old geezer.
And you're literally a purple fart.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Wrong button.
What?
I don't even know why I hit that button.
And it's
Okay.
interesting, the face one, that's very whatever, seems
Isn't
just
related.
left alone.
It doesn't really represent an actual person.
No, exactly. So why would they bother with it?
Like, these two represent probably actual people. Those two represent probably actual people. Anyway, we'll look at this. We'll see if someone could actually fit through this, so...
Maybe
Probably
that
no one
kid.
but the boy could, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look-see.
The only way in or out of here besides the door is this window.
Can you fit?
The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
Give me the dimensions.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but
You not push it all the way?
there are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here.
Comparing it to the size of his hand, yeah.
I don't even think the kid could go through that.
So if we just say that's impossible to go through, but what about in the past? Maybe they installed a smaller window. I doubt it's going to say anything different, but juts out and is used as a vent. It juts out, which is interesting. That's just a detail. Oh, this one had a nail in it. Oh, so it was the one from before.
Oh.
Oh, here we got a doll. All right, well, let's look at these ones.
You better hurry.
This is...
Nails are driven into this painting of a young man.
I'm...
Oh, I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason.
Oh. That's not really the impression I get. This one's a landscape painting.
That is correct.
And it doesn't have any nails in it.
Except for the doll.
Right. It's a large scenic painting with a doll nailed to it. Maybe he just needed a person in it to nail it, you know?
Oh.
I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
That's...
If it's related to the incident, there's probably a reason. Let's assume that much.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah,
was the
'cause-
key found under here, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, there's
there's
the
the
key.
The painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest.
One in the head. This lady got hit in the head.
Right.
Okay.
But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle.
So the key had to have been at the spiky part of the nail going on.
Yeah.
You couldn't wrap it around the big flat part.
Yeah, you would have had to, like, hammer it in.
Right.
Spike first.
Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed
They
to the
exited
picture,
through
so
a
it couldn't
different
have been
place.
Hmm.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
used. And I need to find out what that trick is.
Okay, the other one you maybe on a very, very long stretch could have explained it. They created some pulley system to get the key under the guy. But this one, how would you even do that? How do you nail a key to a doll from outside of the room that's already locked?
Yeah, my biggest thought is they didn't need this key at all to get in and out.
Right, they'd probably... But how do you fit out a tiny window? Maybe the boy could have.
I still think the boy and the dad being a father-son duo could explain a lot of this.
It makes sense, unless... There's still like a... I need to like look over the...
Because also, what was the kid even doing with all those peacekeepers there? Like, I doubt he would want to approach the peacekeepers.
Yeah, he's probably looking for his dad if you're looking for the most non-suspicious.
Or he was
reason.
leaving the clock tower.
Right. Well, let's see what kind of lock is on this door. Just a key lock. Well, no, that's a turn lock, isn't it?
Yeah, but the key has to be on the outside, I would think, to open it. Now, what's that big square bolted in the middle?
The handle? Oh, what, this
Like,
bottom thing?
that looks like it could just come out and you'd have a gap there. Like, it's interesting that design is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a doggy door type thing.
That's a good point. I could kind of see that.
There are 2 keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff.
And they had it on him at the time?
That staff member always carried the extra key.
All right.
And used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Okay.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole
It does seem weird they somehow just always have these keys. You know, to like all these different businesses and houses and places. Like, the mansion makes sense. You go in there, kill the guy, find his key. The casino thing...
I mean, it is an underground casino, so I doubt the key's going very far.
Yeah, they'd probably keep it in there. Was the casino guy that he killed the owner of it? Do you remember?
I think so.
And then this one, I mean...
The clock tower one, again, makes sense if you're that clock tower worker.
If you, like, come in like, I'm gonna fix your clock, everybody. And then
Yeah.
steal their stuff.
I wonder if they want this investigation to happen.
I mean, Amaterasu doesn't seem like it, but...
No. But I wonder, it could be someone on the side of the WDO trying to get the mystery, like, going.
Maybe.
Which could also
us some
explain
hints.
why the peacekeepers didn't really care to investigate.
Right.
Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member.
I wonder if that, like, number 1 guy will ever be the killer.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be interesting.
If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
I mean,
I guess you wouldn't.
being the first suspect is kind of a good way to clear yourself, you know? I would think in a roundabout, topsy-turvy way.
Kinda, because then it'd be like, well, obviously they wouldn't do this because it makes it look like them. And then it's like, that's right.
Right.
Shut up, Shinigami. Alright, 2 keys can open the door. It's the first time there's been more than, like, 1, though. It's just interesting.
Makes me wonder
Oh,
if there
hey.
is a copycat killer here.
Yeah. They just did a bad job of
I've been
copying.
wondering,
Yeah.
did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
Maybe, like some sort of swing thing?
It's
Or-
unwise to make up your mind before
I
conducting
don't
a
know.
proper investigation. It may have been like this before the murder. Or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Right.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
My ideas are smart, you guys are just stupid.
Yeah.
I hope everything we said actually comes back to be really relevant, and then Halara eats their words. Okay. Oh, we didn't really look at it before, though.
No.
That's paint. We can find out when the spill occurred. We'll know if it's related to our investigation. Too bad we have no way of knowing if it was...
That should be enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked wet. Wetter.
right, yeah. It's
during-
definitely dried now versus then.
Yeah, I'm guessing it happened that day, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finished investigating here. I feel like the full picture is slowly starting to come together. Okay, well, let's talk
These
to-
vents here are still very interesting to me.
That's true.
Because I think if it goes deep enough, even Yuma could fit down there. You'd have to tuck your shoulders in quite a bit, but he could.
They are pretty big, and a boy could definitely
Better
fit through there.
hurry or you'll run out of time.
Yeah, I wish we could peek down them a little bit, especially this one in the middle here.
Yeah.
What are they for? Are they just ventilation? Or?
I assume it's for paint spills, if this is a storage room.
Maybe.
Because then you can
Why
just...
does an art gallery have to store actual paint? Just to make, like, fixes on them or something, in case, like, a scratch occurs?
Well, if it's a... They could, like, commission artists to come here and do stuff.
Maybe.
Like, I feel like an art gallery doesn't have to only be for
By the
showing.
way, Halara,
Right.
I will not accept any requests to reduce your fee.
Please?
that's not what I was going to ask. About your post-cognition.
I do want to point out, the post-cognition lets you see through the first third-party person who finds the murder scene at the time that they enter the room, basically.
Right.
And it's the same guy every single time, so I think if there is an accomplice, I guess they wouldn't be able to predict that someone with post-cognition was going to investigate them, unless they could. I don't know how they would, though.
Well, also, if the guy was helping out with the murders, does he count as a third party? Even if he isn't, like, committing them?
That's a good point. Maybe that's the thing that will incriminate him. There's like...
If it counts or not?
Yeah.
See, he seems like too bland of an option, though. I feel like it's going to be something that shocks us more.
Right.
Like, last time it was, like,
What were you
zilch, and
to
it's like,
see before you
what?
specialized it as
Why
your forte
zilch?
For investigating crime
Yeah.
scenes.
What is the point of this question?
Oh, what did we ask? What were you able to see before you specialize it? So yeah, it kind of starts off more broad.
Okay.
Well, I was wondering if you could use your ability to look at my past.
You want to see your lost memories like that? That's against the rules. No fair!
I don't think you have a rule about that.
The fact of the matter is, even if I could see your past, the information would not be of any use to you.
Huh? Why's that?
Psychometry doesn't allow me to pick and choose what to perceive. Rather, I can only see fragments flash by.
Well, what did you see flash by when we held hands the first time?
Yeah.
I cannot consciously access desired information. It's why I trained at the WDO to develop it into a forte specialized for investigations.
Oh,
So
I
they
see.
specialize them for investigations. So maybe there could be fortes that are just very, very broad.
Well, yeah, dang, now I did it.
Oh!
I know.
Oh!
That's still my, 1 to your 1,000, though, just saying.
But you've had they, them friends in real life, so with your experience, you're kind of a fake.
No, I haven't.
We were just talking about this the other episode.
I had one person I knew in,
we knew somebody, you totally knew them? No, I didn't.
I knew them in, 6th grade for 2 weeks. We didn't talk outside of that one conversation.
I'm talking about the one in, senior year.
Oh, we weren't really friends.
Oh, that doesn't count, the thing that we talked about just the other episode.
Well, it doesn't, because we weren't friends.
Okay. But go on.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, now I do. Basically, my question was, they had psychom whatever before they joined WDO. So Fortes, or at least the foundation for Fortes, exists outside of detectives.
I guess so.
That's how I see it.
It sounds like the WDO really goes out of their way to, suck them up, though.
Yeah, I imagine they don't want non-controlled Forte users running around.
Can they give us, some history lessons on this universe before they throw us into investigations?
Although, you know what?
Huh.
A Forte might be a WDO-specific thing, but other spiritual blah, 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 blah might be otherwise.
Maybe.
That's kind of how I see it. So it's you only have a Forte if you're part of the WDO. You only have...
It's just really
You know.
hard for a mystery game, because how do you prove, that someone had a forte that allowed them to do such and such?
I mean, the
You
idea
know.
is that through the Mystery Labyrinth you figure it out.
Yeah?
So,
Hopefully that
no.
reveals something.
That's really all you can
Any
do.
piece of information would be valuable to me. If I can get even a little piece of my memory.
If you insist, I'll consider it once this investigation is done. How about 100,000 Xian per use?
Let's discuss it later. That sounded cheap to me somehow. My sense of money is getting all messed up.
Yeah.
Well done, Halara!
Don't side with them. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for watching. I really thought we'd be in the Mystery Labyrinth by now, but probably next episode
Next
now.
episode, we're at least starting it.
Probably.
At least.
Probably, which I really like the Mystery Labyrinths, because they really get your brain going. Especially
Right.
with this one, because there's 5 different crime scenes. 4. And then the church, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then your mom's underwear. And the episode. That was so funny.
Oh, okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.